Hello, welcome to the lesson. So today we're going to learn Stuck in the Middle with You by Stealers Wheel. It's a great song, it's nice and simple to learn. You should be able to pick it up quickly. It's perfect for beginners. So let me just demonstrate what I'm going to show you in this lesson. It should sound like this. Okay, that's the main verse section of the song, but there's also a second part which is going to sound like this. And then it goes back into the verse section again. I hope you recognise all that. So let's begin. We're going to use a D chord, and you probably know a D chord because I showed you it in the free 12-part course. Just to refresh your memory, it's the third string at fret 2 with the first finger, the middle finger on the first string at fret 2, and then this third finger on the second string at fret 3. Now, you may remember that with the D chord, we're just going to strum 4 strings, and what that means is the 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st string. We're not going to use the 6th and 5th string, and you'll notice that I use my thumb to come over the top of the guitar and just to gently touch the 6th and 5th string, and it mutes them and stops them from accidentally making a noise. And what that means is, even though I'm using my plectrum to strum all the strings, we only end up hearing the 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st string. So that means I can strum more energetically without worrying about, making a mistake. Hope that makes sense. Some people's hands are more flexible and you might be able to do that easily, or that might be a little bit difficult for you. But either way, don't worry, just practice it anyway. So I'm going to show you the strumming pattern, which is going to sound like this. Okay, so let's begin on that. So what you need to do is hold down your D chord, strum the 4 strings, downwards then upwards. And then what we're going to do is a chop. I hope you remember how to do the chop, because again, I showed you how to do that in the free 12-part course. But just to refresh your memory, what it is we're using the palm of our hand to lay across all the strings so that they don't make a noise. And then we're using the plectrum just to hit the strings like that. And what you want to practice doing is doing it all in one motion. So the palm comes down, touches the strings, and the plectrum follows through like that, all in one motion. Okay, it might take a while for you to get the hang of that. If you want to pause the video and just try it, then please do. Okay, so when we build that into our strumming pattern, we're going to go like this. Strum downwards, then upwards, and then do the chop, and then do an upstroke, like that, and then chop again, and then strum up again, and then chop again, and then strum up again. Hope you followed that. Look at the arrows at the bottom of the screen. So when we join that together, it should sound like this. Okay, just practice it for yourself in slow motion and get it sounding really smooth. I'll play it slightly faster. And then what we want to do is loop it round and round so it joins seamlessly, like this. Okay, so once you've done that 4 times, what you're going to do then is move to a G chord. And if you remember, that's the middle finger on the 6th string at fret 3, the first finger on the 5th string at fret 2, and the 2nd string at fret 3, and the 1st string at fret 3. And you're going to do exactly the same strumming pattern. And you're going to do the pattern twice. Like that. And then I'm going to ask you to go back to a D chord and do the strumming pattern twice. So just to clarify, what we've done is 4 times on the D, twice on the G, and twice on the D. I hope that makes sense. And what we're going to do now is an A chord, and just to refresh your memory, it's the 4th string at fret 2, the middle finger on the 3rd string at fret 2, and that 3rd finger, squash it in there on the 2nd string at fret 2, so they're all in a row. And if you remember, with an A chord, we're just strumming 5 strings. Like and you can use the thumb just to touch the 6th string to stop it from making a noise. And this time, instead of using that same strumming pattern, I'm just going to ask you to strum down and up, just loosely like this. Okay, and then we're going to do a C chord. That's the 3rd finger on the 5th string at fret 3, the middle finger on the 4th string at fret 2, and the 1st finger on the 2nd string at fret 1. Look at the chord box next to me if you just want to check that. And again, we're just using 5 strings on the C, and the loose strumming down up again. But you'll notice I just did down, up, because what we're going to do now is go to a G chord. And now you're probably thinking, why am I doing a different type of G? Before I was playing it like this. But here's the answer. You can do a G in a few different ways. You can either do it with these 2 fingers here, and the middle finger and the 1st finger on there, or if you want to, you can just use your little finger, and you can put your 3rd finger on there, on the 6th string, the middle finger on the 5th string at fret 2, and the 1st finger's not doing anything. That's just an alternate way of doing G, but either way is fine. Down, up, down, up. So when we join those 3 chords together, they should sound like this. Excellent. And then we go back to the D chord. For 2 times round. So I hope that makes sense. Let me demonstrate that whole thing in slow motion, and so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Here goes. Okay, that's the verse. So the next thing I want to show you is the second part of the song, and it starts on a G chord, and we're just going to play down, up like this. So that was quite a lot of down ups, but if you look at the arrows at the bottom of the screen, it should make sense. It's actually down up 8 times. Okay, and then we go back to the D chord and play that regular pattern twice. And then we go back to the G and do the same as we just did. And then we're going to strum a D chord, just like that. This is where he's singing please or something like that. You can tell I'm a better guitarist than I am a singer. So once you've strummed the D, he then does this chord, which I think is quite peculiar. It doesn't seem to sound very nice to me, but all it is the 2nd string at fret 1, and you're strumming 5 strings. Okay, now sometimes when I play this song, rather than doing that, I like to put my middle finger on the 4th string at fret 2 as well, and that makes an A-7 chord, and I just think that sounds a little bit smoother when you're playing on your own and you haven't got a band with you. Okay, so that's up to you. You could do either, but for the minute I'm going to play the A-7. So if I put that whole second section together, it's going to sound like this. And at that point, you can go back into the original verse section and just carry on. I hope that makes sense, okay? So it's just the 2 sections, it's nice and simple. Now, I'll be honest with you, the chords are straightforward. What you're going to have to practice mostly is that strumming pattern with the chop. That's the bit that's going to catch most people out. But it's not going to catch you out if you practice it. Because if you practice it enough, it'll be simple. Just keep practicing that chop, like that. And then make sure you slowly build up that strumming pattern. Down, up, chop, up, chop, up, chop, up. And if you keep practicing that and repeating it, then it's all going to flow smoothly. Remember to print out the PDF document that you downloaded with this lesson, and you can see all the chord charts there, and it'll be easy just to glance at once you've watched this video a few times. So thanks for joining me in the lesson. Go away and practice that, and it should sound wonderful, okay? And send me an email and let me know how you're getting on. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you soon in one of the other video guitar lessons, and we can learn some more songs together. Okay, take care, bye-bye.